Mother tongue-based instruction. Mother tongue can often be referred to as first language or native language. It is the language that most commonly speak. However, mother tongue is always referencing the language that the child has used from birth and important and impacting times in the child's life. So, mother tongue-based instruction or education focuses on teaching learners through their mother tongue so that learning occurs naturally and easily and focus on the subject matter rather than on language learning alone. So students learn within the framework of their everyday knowledge and experiences, where their home culture and prior knowledge are highly valued. So this builds strong academic achievement and self-confidence. As we all know that communication is a survival resource. So mother tongue based education has shown to improve children's literacy. So learners begin their education in the language they understand best, their mother tongue, and need to develop a strong foundation in their mother tongue language before effectively learning additional languages. So using mother tongue helps a child develop their critical thinking and literacy skills. So children learning in mother tongue adopt a better understanding of the curriculum. So mother tongue education takes place from pre-kindergarten and spans up to 6th grade. Children learn first in a familiar language and then gradually add a second language. When it is time to incorporate the second language, children who learn through mother tongue programs build on existing language skills to understand what they are reading, which in turn improves their literacy rates. So it is easier for children to read, write, and transfer words from their first language to their second language if they have a solid foundation in their mother tongue. So mother tongue does not have to be the language spoken by the mother. So children can and often do speak more than one or even two languages at home. For example, they may speak one language with their mother, another with their father, and a third with their grandparents. So when children develop their mother tongue, they are fostering a whole host of other essential skills, such as their critical thinking and literacy skills. So these skills that they take with them into formal education. Any skills and concepts gained in the learner's home language don't have to be retaught when they transfer to a second language. So a strong mother tongue foundation equips children with the skills they need to learn additional languages, allowing them to transfer their understanding of the structure of language to several new languages. The understanding of grammar that develops when children learn their first language can easily be passed on to other languages. So mother tongue and language play a huge role in the development of personal, social, and cultural identity. So children with a strong foundation in their first language often display a deeper understanding of themselves and their place within the society. So along with the increased sense of their well-being and confidence. So naturally, this flows down into every aspect of their lives, including their academic achievement. There are many benefits to a child learning in their mother tongue language in the classroom. So there are advantages of mother tongue in education. Mother tongue makes it easier for children to pick up and learn other languages. Mother tongue develops a child's personal, social, and cultural identity. Using mother tongue helps a child develop their critical thinking and literacy skills. And research shows that children learning in mother tongue adopt a better understanding of the curriculum, and skills learned in mother tongue do not have to be retaught when the child transfers to a second language. Bilingual education. Bilingual education uses two languages for instruction, typically one of which is the mother tongue of the learners and the other a second language. This type of instruction, bilingual education, also known as dual language. Bilingual education, so it is the act of learning two or more languages. is growing into popularity across the globe. So it aims of the achievement of competence in Filipino and English at the national level through the teaching of both languages and their use as a media of instruction at all levels. So bilingual children are better able to focus their attention on relevant information and ignore distractions. So bilingual children also are better able to focus, plan, prioritize, and make decisions. So as children get older, they tend to score higher on cognitive tests and possess more effective communication skills. So it is very important for two-way bilingual education that facilitates high levels of bilingualism. So it is the development of two different language group in the classroom and also works to ensure that both groups are equally represented. So that is half of the class speaks one language as mother tongue and the other half of the class speaks another language. So typically one language is dominant while the other is non-dominant. So both languages are developed through like biliteracy and bilingual instruction with the aim that all students will be enriched through developing high levels of proficiency in both languages. So this did not occur in the Philippines, mostly due to the desire to learn English rather than the other Philippine languages. But in addition, it is very rare for a school to serve equal numbers of students from only two different mother tongues. While there are cases of mixed languages in the classroom, there does not appear to be mother tongue speakers of two languages within one school desiring to learn each other's language. So bilingual education in the Philippines created a double barrier for students as the program became double immersion. Mother tongue-based bilingual education. So when we say mother tongue-based bilingual education, it is a common type of bilingual education outside of the Philippines where two languages are used for instruction and one of the languages is the mother tongue of the learners. So mother tongue-based bilingual education, so quality education is the goal of every school and educational institution across the globe. So mother tongue-based bilingual education means starting with the learner's knowledge and experiences by developing reading, writing, and thinking skills in the mother tongue or home language while teaching the second or foreign language as a subject. So it is very important that mother tongue based bilingual education use as a primary language of instruction while it is taught as a subject through elementary school. So later students transition into instruction is some of the basic academic classes. So mother tongue based bilingual education aim to develop both languages for academics, biliteracy, and learning, and thus mother tongue teaching continues through at least 6 years of schooling. Multilingual education. Multilingual education, there are more languages are used in formal education, aiming to produce multilingual and multicultural citizens. So multilingual education provides monolingual students with the opportunity to learn a second language and become bilingual. So multilingual education, like it is a first language first education that is, for example, schooling, which begins in the mother tongue and transitions to additional languages. So typically, multilingual education programs are situated in developing more countries. So multilingual education also have components like strong foundation. So children whose early education is in the language of their home tend to do better in the later years of their education. So we have strong foundation, we also have a strong bridge. It is an essential difference between multilingual education programs and rural mother tongue education programs that is inclusion of a guided transition from learning through the mother tongue to learning through another tongue. So we have also stages in multilingual education program. So it is a widespread understanding program suggests that instruction should take place in the following stages. So stage 1, learning takes place entirely in the child's home language. Stage 2, building fluency in the mother tongue, introduction of oral. Stage 3, building oral fluency in introduction of literacy. Stage 4, using both language 1 and language 2 for lifelong learning. So multilingual education proponents stress that the second language acquisition component is seen as a two-way bridge, such that learners gain more the ability to move back and forth between their mother tongue and other tongues, rather than simply a transitional literacy program where reading through the mother tongue is abandoned at the same stage in the education. Transitional multilingual education. So transitional multilingual education begins with the official use of the learner's mother tongue in the early years for the purpose of enhancing the learning of the second language. So, transitional multilingual education, this approach aims toward mother tongue into second languages, has been criticized as being dominant society over non-dominant or minority learners, and thereby perpetuating inequality. So outcomes are generally poor in transitional multilingual education, but gradual transition permits a strong versions of different subjects. So the development of a framework of the gradual transitions, materials and teacher training are still needed. So that's why in transitional multilingual education, it is very important also for students to learn how to transition when it comes to language, because it is the official use of the learners on their mother tongue, especially in early years. So it is very important for them to enhance more, to develop on their own, and to discover on how to assist the second language. Maintenance multilingual education. So, maintenance multilingual programs aim to develop multilingual societies by focusing on academic development in the mother tongue through the school years while developing two or more additional languages. So, maintenance, so more additional languages, or like extended development of the mother tongue that contributes to second language development, but not just only the language development but also cognitive development to their academic development and strengthening the cultural identity. So such a policy also aims to support ethnic minority groups in the nation. So like MTB, MLE may become maintenance, especially the maintenance multilingual education program in the Philippines, when the gradual transition in grades 4 to 6 is adequately defined and the mother tongue is taught as a subject at least through high school. Lastly, the immersion or foreign language instruction. So immersion education is a program aimed to help learners develop second language proficiency, and then immersion programs immerse language learners in a second language, aiming to develop fully proficient second language speakers. So immersion or foreign language instruction, so it is a foreign language immersion that is an approach to teaching another language that involves immersing students in the target language throughout the school day. So teachers speak only the target language to teach academic subjects using the wide range of instructional strategies. So immersion, it is a method of foreign language instruction in which the regular school curriculum is taught through the medium of the language. So the foreign language is the vehicle for content instruction. So it is not the subject of instruction, but the different questions pertaining to the following subjects are answered. So in immersion or foreign language instruction, so we have the long-range goals of a program, the eventual effects on verbal and mathematical skills in English, and then the keys to successful programs, we have also like the advantages and disadvantages of total and partial immersion. And then the best grade level to begin a program, the commitment also required for the participants and their parents, and then also the program, staff, materials use, the effect of immersion programs on existing foreign language programs, and also the number of students a school should plan for. So immersion education was originally developed in Canada for building fluency in both official languages and also French and English. So the program focused on immersing mother tongue English speakers is French, while developing the mother tongue in order to develop the balance in both languages. So it was highly successful and fully funded all the way down to the classroom level. So these are the mother tongue based instruction when it comes to early childhood education.